575, my dope's 3.75.
Yeah.
That's why this gun is so good. As soon as you know how this fits on your machine.
Hey guys, welcome to Precision Rifle Guy, and I'm your host Craig. And today we're having a look at the Barrett MRAD. Okay, so MRAD stands for multi-role adaptive design. And this rifle that you see here in front of you was basically designed because of the US SOCOM PSR, or Precision Sniper Rifle contract, that come out in like the 2010s. Okay, so what Barrett had at the time is they had their Model 98 Bravo. And they had a look at that and they were like, well, what can we possibly change to update that to make it fit the specs for this particular contract? And what they came up with was the switch barrel Barrett MRAD. Now, this particular rifle is the latest generation MRAD, and there were a few little differences. But yeah, that's not really the focus of this video. So the Barrett MRAD that you see here, as I said, was for the PSR project. Now it did lose out at the time to the Remington MSR. All right, but Remington, for whatever reason, their rifle wasn't the best, and the project there got scrapped. And then a new sniper rifle solicitation was put out called the ASR project. All right, then with the ASR project, all right, Barrett did a few little updates to the MRAD that they had at the time, and they developed this particular style of MRAD. Now, the one that's now in service with US SOCOM and the US Army, and I believe the US Marines are getting it as well, and the US Navy, obviously, with SOCOM, that's designated the Mk22. Now, the only real difference, right, is that on the side here, right, obviously this has Barrett on this side, right, and then on this side, let's flip it around. This particular one has MRAD, and it even says multi-role adaptive design right there. All right, on the Mk22 models, it has Mk22, all right, written on the side there, instead of MRAD. Okay, now the other difference with the Mk22 is it is a slightly different, like, brownie color, essentially. All right, but you know, I really like this particular rifle. It's not mine. It belongs to a good friend of mine, and yeah, he was gracious enough to let me, you know, have a look at this rifle and take it out for a shoot. So this particular one is in 300 PRC. Now, you can get it with a 338 Lapua Magnum barrel, a 338 Norma Magnum barrel, 300 PRC, as I said, like this one, 300 Norma, 300 Winchester Magnum, and 308. All right, so the 338 type barrels, they are 27 inches long. The 300 class barrels, they are 26 inches long, and the 308s are 20 inches. Okay, and it weighs about 7 kilos or 15.2 pounds. Now, for the ASR project, these came with a Night Force ATAC-R in the 7-35 model with a Tremor 3 reticle. This particular one is sitting with a Schmidt & Bender PM2. However, this is actually a pretty special PM2. It's the Precision Sniper Rifle, like the PSR version from the previous PSR contract, actually. And it's sitting in a set of spur rings. This particular one has the Tremor 2 reticle in it. Okay, so obviously the precursor to the Tremor 3, which the Mk22s have in them. Like the US Army version, not the SOCOM, so just a regular US Army, they have a Leupold Mark 5 as their optic instead. Okay. All right, so yeah, this is the rifle. So let's have a little bit of a look. We'll go from the butt to the muzzle brake. All right, so the butt on this rifle, let's move it along so it's more central to the camera for you. All right, so it has an adjustable length of pull. Personally, when I'm shooting this rifle and many others, I like to have the shortest length of pull possible. You know, that way I can shoot off barricades and things like that a little bit better. The butt pad itself, yeah, it's a rubber. right? It's relatively soft at the end of the day, so it's not too bad. Like shooting this rifle, even in 300 PRC with a Hornady 225 grain ELDMs, it was quite a soft shooting rifle. Okay, so you can adjust the length of pull. On the top of the buttstock here, there's a button. All right, you just push it in and lengthen. All right, you can put it, you know, out in different notches. All right, it's got notches along. All right, but I personally like to have it all the way in. You have the cheek riser here. All right, you can adjust that up or all the way down. All right, to suit the individual user. Like you might have, you know, your number one sniper on this rifle, and then your number two has a slightly different length of pull, and but you know, at the end of the day, totally adjustable for whoever's using the rifle. All right, on the bottom here, you'll notice that it's got a bag rider. Now, the Mk22s come with the Barrett bag rider. The MRADs don't, all right, from the factory for whatever reason. My friend doesn't have that, right, and I had a spare Accuracy International bag rider off of a AXSR, so I just put that on the bottom there for while I was shooting it. Excellent, it does the job. All right, I think it looks okay. Obviously a little bit different to the Barrett bag rider, but you get that. Now, the buttstock itself, to shorten the overall length of the rifle, it does fold. Okay, now what's actually special about this folding mechanism is it folds to the right-hand side and encapsulates the bolt handle. Okay, so all you have to do is there's a button just on the side of the stock here, all right, and fold it like so. All right, encapsulates that bolt handle, keeping the width of the rifle, all right, much smaller than if it folded to the left. All right, if it folded to the left, the bolt handle would still be on the right there, and it would potentially get jagged on things. At least this way, it doesn't get jagged on things at all. Okay, and then to bring it back out, all you do, just pull it back out and snap it into place. This hinge is actually really, really good. It's not as stiff as, say, what's on the Accuracy International rifles, but it is still quite good. All right, it's one of the better hinges out there. I'd say it's at least as good as what's on, say, a KRG Whiskey 3. Yeah, probably a little bit more, probably a little bit better actually. Okay, so from the factory, the pistol grip that comes out on these is like a M16 A2 style. All right, my friend didn't particularly like them, so what he did is he put a ergo grip on it. Now, this is the same ergo grip that is on the Accuracy International AXSR, right? But it will take any AR-15 compatible pistol grips, which is quite nice at the end of the day. So this one's got like a nice rubbery feel to it. It's got a like a thicker palm swell there, and it's actually quite nice. All right, so the bolt handle, all right? Yep, nice. It's got a big polymer ball on the end, right, for a nice positive grip. All right, really nice. All right, allows you to, cock it, forwards, rearwards, very, very easily. Okay, all right. On the left-hand side of this particular rifle is where the safety is, right? It's just your regular AR-15 style safety. However, right, it can be pushed from one side to the other. So you can put it on the right-hand side. All right, for whatever reason, I don't know why they didn't go with an ambidextrous safety, but hey, that's what they did. Okay, the trigger itself, all right, so from the factory, you can get a single stage or a two-stage trigger for the MRAD. All right, this particular rifle has a two-stage trigger. Okay, so I'll just use my thumb from this side to show you. Okay, so you got your nice first stage there. All right, and then is a definitive wall. Okay, and then you push through that wall. All right, and there's no creep between that wall, and there's like a slight bit of overpressure. And release. All right, let's do that again. So cock it. All right, first stage, and it breaks super, super clean. Yeah, it's a really, really nice trigger. It's pretty much match grade. All right, then we have, all right, the magazine. Polymer style magazines. All right, they're a double stack 10 rounder. It doesn't matter which of the calibers that you get. they're a double stack 10 rounder. All right, they're quite nice. In the top here, yep, you can see, yeah, it's just a regular style magazine. All right, you can push the button in on the bottom. It's got the big Barrett logo on it, and yeah, it's got nice grippy bits on it, so you can grip it. All right, so let's put that back in. All right, and it's got a really nice, large-ish sort of mag release. All right, but it's not going to get caught on anything. Okay, so coming further forward up here, on top of the rifle here, it's got a 20 MOA rail all the way along, which is nice because that will keep any night vision or thermals in line with your optic. Okay, all along the top though, right, it's marked with where the different like pick rail lengths are, which is really quite nice. Now, as I said earlier as well, this is a quick change barrel rifle. Okay, so on the side here, you'll see these two bolts, all right? They are torqued at was it 140 inch-pounds, and it's even written on the side of it, so you can't really mess that up, right? Unlike other rifles where you can, right? That's quite high though, so like the Accuracy International barrels, what are they? They're 50 inch-pounds, okay? And the Desert Techs, they're now 80 inch-pounds. So yeah, this is, yeah, it's quite a large torque specification on that. Now, yeah, all you have to do is take those two out, obviously clear the rifle, and take those two bolts out, and the barrel slides straight out. Right? It's a super, super simple barrel change. However, you've got to carry a relatively decent sized torque wrench. Okay, I won't be pulling the barrel out in this video. So one thing my friend has added to this is an Area 419 Arca lock rail. Okay, so I think that Barrett probably should have put an Arca rail on the bottom of these rifles. Yeah, that's just keeping up with the times, but I guess it wasn't in the specification in the contract, so they didn't bother doing it. All right, we also have M-lock rail attachments, all right, so you can put your Picatinny rails and whatever else that you want onto the rifle. All right, it's quite nice. It's a relatively slim sort of a fore end on it. All right, I have an Atlas Cal Gen 2 bipod sitting on this at the moment. Okay, one of my favorite bipods. It's actually really quite good. The barrel itself is fluted, all right, and it has the Barrett 2-port muzzle brake on the end. All right, this 2-port muzzle brake on the end here, it has a threaded collar just here. All right, so then you can put the Barrett suppressor on, and it screws on directly over the muzzle brake. Okay, so with the rifle, I'll quickly show you how to open it up and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so obviously, let's take the magazine out. All right, so it's clear. Okay, we're gonna cock it to the rear like so, and underneath here, there is a button. So we're gonna push that button. All right, and as we push that button, it's quite stiff. All right, we're gonna lift up like so. All right, then the bolt itself just slides out. All right, then you have the bolt sleeve. It's like a polymer guide that it sits in. All right, and inside here as well, there's another polymer part which slides out. If I can get my fingers in there to get it. There we go. And it slides out like so. All right, the trigger as well, all right, completely changeable in the field without tools. You just push out the safety lever and the trigger comes straight out as well. All right, really, really simple, quite easy to do. Okay, so with the bolt, all right, let's move this to the side a little bit. All right, let's talk about the bolt. Okay, so the bolt itself, yeah, nice bolt. All right, the bolt head is removable without tools as well. Just here, there's a little lever. All right, we can pull that lever up, all right, and click it into place. All right, you should hear that. All right, then once that's happened, you just slide out the firing pin. Once you've slid out the firing pin, all right, the bolt head comes off as well. All right, there's that little captured pin. All right, so then when you change, say from this one being a 300 PRC to a 308, you change the barrel, the bolt head, and the magazine, and you're good to go. Slide the bolt head back in, flip that over and push the pin back down. Hold that pin into place. All right, let's put the firing pin back in. All right, making sure not to be, too tough with it. All right, we don't want to break the end of the firing pin off. All right, then twist it back into place so it goes against that hard stop there, and then push that lever back down into place, like so. All right, let's place that back to the side. All right, bring the rifle back over. All right, let's put that polymer guide back in. All right, slide it back into place. Oh yeah, that's now back into place. Slide the bolt guide back in. Like so. And put the bolt back in. All right, let's put that back there. And click that back into place. All right, let's do a bit of a function check. Make sure it all functions. All right, put the weapon on safe. All right, weapon should not fire. Does not fire. On fire, weapon should fire. Weapon does fire. All right, and we can put the magazine back in now. So that is the Barrett MRAD. Okay, and it really is close to the Mk22. All right, he hasn't had this for that long. All right, it's only had like 40 rounds through it total. All right, most of that was me. So, but I wish I could add this to my collection. Like, this is a brilliant, like, beautiful rifle. It is super smooth. All right, yes, it's a little bit heavy. It's not something that the regular civilian's probably going to want to carry around the bush or carry out in the desert too much to go hunting. I probably would carry it out hunting if it was mine. Because it just will fit in your backpack. If you've got like a herbally stock or something like that. Get to where you want to go, stop, pull the rifle out and do a little bit of long range hunting. This, with those 225 grain ELDMs is an absolute hammer. Okay, like you can see in a couple of little video clips that I'll put here. I'm only shooting at 525 meters in most of these videos, but it is an absolute hammer of a rifle, and you can hear it smashing that steel. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see more of this type of video from this channel, and I'll be more than happy to do it. I've got the AXSR in the safe. I'm thinking about doing a video very similar with that, and maybe even the Blaze Attack 2 as well. So let me know. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.